Okay, it is what we achieved after running the code list.files, and since the focus of this slide is working directory, we are not gonna work on the other addresses because it is not the focus, but you can do it yourself. List.files, you can put any address and check the list of directories and all the files that are available over there. Okay. This is the next things we are going to cover together, write on a CSV file. To get a better understanding of what this is about, so far we have learned how to read from a CSV file into our R code, into our console. This is the opposite way. In fact, you have everything in your code, you have everything in your on your console, and here you learn how to transfer all those things into a CSV file on your computer. Okay, for data analysis, sometimes creating CSV data file is required. Creating CSV data file on your computer and do some operations on it as per our requirement. The syntax is this. When we wanted to read it, we typed read.csv. Now that we want to write on it, we put write.csv. Okay, just the difference is this data, that is a data frame. Okay, because when you are reading from a CSV file, you just need to give the path to your R code. But here you give the path and also the data that you want to be written into the CSV file you are specifying. So you have everything on your console, you have everything in your code, and you want to transfer all of them to a CSV file. Let's do it together in an R code to learn it better. Let's create a simple data frame. So my friends, to make it a better practice, more fruitful practice for you, you please create your data frame on console inside your code, and after that transfer it. I also do it here. You can check it with me. I'm gonna make it very simple, so I'm gonna make a data frame of a small size, for example, size of 3 by 3. Okay, so I start with the things. For example, let's put the name of call 1, call 1 equal C 1 2 3. Okay, call 2 equal 2 3 4, and call 3 equal C A B and C. Okay, now I have the columns that I want inside my data frame. We have discussed all these things. That's the reason I'm doing all these things this much fast. You see them here. Okay, now it is ready to make our data frame. So I put the name, for example, df7 equal data dot frame call 1, call 2, and call 3. Okay, my friends, what's happening here? Now I created a data frame through code here. And now you can see it, and it is df7, and it is the shape of it, 3 rows and 3 columns, and you see I have put these names for them. But now let's go for the main part that we have, that is write.csv. Okay, write.csv is exactly like read.csv, and since now you know the concept of working directory, I'm gonna save it in my working directory. Okay, so what I'm gonna put over there, I'm gonna put df7, that the data, and I'm gonna put the path. The path is working directory. So I just need to put the name of the file. Let's put the name of the file, price7. Okay. Now, when I run it, what's happened? Oh, price.7.csv. There is no such a file in my working directory. So what happens? R creates this file as soon as I run it, and after that transfer all this data inside df7 into price7. Let's see what will happen. Okay, you see here, and now I can go to the directory of a slide, as you can see here, and it is price7, my friends. I open it, and you see here you have the data: 1 2 3, call 1, call 2, and call 3. And after that you see how this connection between R and CSV on your computer gives you um, upper hand and huge power in taking things from your CSV file, doing processing over them, and after that return them. That in future, as much as time allows us, we will do such things. But that much simple, you can write on a CSV file. In R, there are general terms that you may hear a lot, and they are called import and export operations. The names are new, but in fact, they are exactly the same as the things that we have discussed so far. Here we are going to do import operations, for example, to tell you how much it is exactly the same as the things that we have discussed together. Import operation from the environment. Okay, it is the way we are going to do it, but import. When you are using the command read.csv, in fact, you are importing. When you are using the command write.csv, in fact, you are exporting, because importing, you are getting the data outside your R program into your console. It is so you are importing to R console, RStudio console, and when you are write.csv, you are exporting. For example, the file that the data frame that I just created, I exported it to price7. But we are going to also do it because there are some tabs that are named exactly import. So it's good. You see it. So import, it says from the environment tab, click on the import dataset menu, select the file extension from the option. Okay, so it is in some sort of having wizard over there, so it helps you to do it in an easier way, Windows-based way of doing this. But whatever happens is exactly the same as we have done so far. So, like, for example, you have file choose for getting the address, and also you can write the address manually. Here it is also that you can type the code read.csv and all those things, or you can do it from with import operations. Okay, now we are going to do it with one file, and let's do it, for example, with price 7. Now we know it well. Okay, according to the instruction over there in the slide that you can see, environment tab, and here we have import dataset. You see it is exactly as was there. So and here you see from text base, from text, but one of them is CSV, the other one is text, from Excel, from SPSS, from all these things. So you see, they have prepared everything for you to import the type of data that you have. Okay, so let's go, for example, with this one. And we go for the address, price 7. It is the one. And the name, and there are something that you can check. I just now don't want to make you focus on this type of thing, because I want you to get the general taste of all these things. And remember, here it writes the code for exactly the same things. And as you can see here, the code for this is read underline CSV, because we have not talked about this category of command. Is from another thing. We will talk about these things. I told you we have another thing, but it is exactly the same thing, but with more option, and of course easier to do. Here it asks, for example, first rows as names or not. When I change it, you see the changes that we have in the code here, that first row as names. So it removes it and put, for example, call 1, call 2, call 3 as our data. I'm telling you, I don't want to make you confused about these things. Okay, after that I import, and you see here are the results. I close all of these. Things that we have opened so far, and here are the names. And again, you already know how to do these things, my friend. Okay, for the previous one we choose this one, and now for this we are gonna, let's do it again. Price 7. So I import it, and it is, we have it here. And let's do it with another option, this one. Price 7. So you see the difference is this. It's gonna read it again, my friends, but the way it read it is different. For the previous one, it considered it as a CSV file, as you notice, but for this one, it considered it as a text file. Okay, and just when I import it, again, something happens, but there are some differences. So you will learn about these things more. From text, it is text-based one, but for this, it is a CSV file. We discussed also when we learned together what is a CSV file, and you have an activity to save it, to change it with different things. Over there, you notice that there are different formats that a CSV file or comma-separated values can take. But totally about this slide that we are focusing on, it was about importing. That you noticed importing is something that you already know.